Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly Sahi, and today I'm gonna take you with me on my 2-week hair journey correcting a balayage that I got last year. So it has been a lot of stuff that I went through, and I have learned what not to do, what to do, and y'all need to watch this video. If you guys are sick and tired of your hair looking bad and you're thinking about doing it at home, watch this first. Hello my Sahi Queens, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Shelly Sahi. I am the founder and formulator of Sahi Cosmetics, and for the past 2 weeks I went on a crazy hair adventure and I want to share with you guys what I learned because I know at least in Michigan the salons are not going to be open until mid to late August is what people are predicting. So I wanted to share with you guys how I went about color correcting my hair and putting highlights in my hair. I would also like to mention that I am not a cosmetologist, so I know I'm gonna get people saying, you're not a cosmetologist, why are you talking about this? I just wanna let you guys know that even though I'm not a cosmetologist, I got my bachelor's of science in biology. Afterwards, I worked at Ford as a material science engineer. Then I went off and got my MBA from Ross School of Business, which is top 10 in the United States for business, and then I went off and started my own cosmetic company, and now I formulate cosmetics, color cosmetics that are skincare infused. So like I know a thing or two about beauty products, but I'm not a cosmetologist, so I guess I'm not qualified to do this video. I'll put a picture up, but last year I had my engagement party coming up and I wanted to get my hair done. So I went to a salon in Roanoke, Virginia, where I was living at the time. I was living in Blacksburg, Virginia. And they did this beautiful balayage on my hair. I had basically grown out highlights. And when I say highlights, I mean my hair was 70% a level 9 blonde, very neutral, and my dark roots were the lowlights. So that's what I had working with, okay? So they went ahead and, without telling me, put a permanent dark brown color on my hair. So what happens when you put a permanent color? Number one, when it grows out, it's gonna be really, really difficult for you to take it out of your hair because it has deposited this permanent color onto your hair shaft. So I didn't know that that's what they had done. I got out of the salon super happy because my hair looked great with this balayage. But then as I started to do baby lights in my hair to upkeep my hair, I realized that my baby lights were actually turning red and orange. They were not going blonde the way that my hair normally glows blonde. Now what happened was I had these like red streaks near the mid shaft of my hair, and also my highlights had grown out a lot. So I went ahead and got all my supplies together, and what I did was I created my own at-home salon. What I did was I put rubber bands in my hair as I was sectioning them off first. So I went ahead and I baby lighted my hair and put them into rubber bands, and even the parts that were not going to be baby lighted, I put those in rubber bands as well. So I was alternating going all the way up my head. So I sectioned it off with this part of my head going this way, and then we did the sides and then the back sides as well. And then in the middle right here I had a little bit of a small little triangle so I could really get some lightness right up hair, because that hair sort of drapes down and it flows around and it gives you dimension. So you want to make sure that you hit this top area pretty well with the baby lights, and make sure your foils are stacked really closely so that you can get that nice flow in the back. So my foiling technique was really good, but the issue was I was having a hard time foiling my hair in the back because I had a mirror in the front and a mirror behind me, and what happens is when you're looking at a reflection of a reflection, when you move your hand to the left, you think you're your hand's gonna go to the left, but it's going to the right because it's a reflection of reflection. Anyways, it's complicated, but point is, like, it was very hard to navigate the back of my head because when you're trying to move your hand around, you just like don't know where you want to go in relation to like what the mirror is projecting back to you. So it just wasn't working out. My left was my right was my left, and I got confused. So I just called in my fiance, and he ended up just taking the rubber bands out, sticking the foils under, and alternating, either doing baby lights with bleach or leaving them blank. I have a bag on my head right now, and that is to keep the heat in. I just want to show you guys really quickly what I've done. I actually took the remaining bleach, put 2 pumps of shampoo in it, and I took my hair strands that were outside of the foil, and I just massaged that inside of my hair. So that's called a bleach cap. It's a shampoo cap with whatever remainder bleach I had left over. Now there are some hairs down here that I've already processed, so I'm checking the foils from behind and taking them out, washing them with water and neutralizing the bleach so that these hairs in the back, they don't over bleach, because this is looking pretty white hair. And I'm kind of happy because they feel really healthy still. And I quickly put Olaplex, the mask, on the ends right here while I'm sitting and waiting for the rest of the hair. Now, I should have gone in and put like a demi-permanent color, a darker color on the hairs that we left out, so that would have taken out some of the red that I was seeing. But I left those untouched. So there were parts that went into bleach, and unfortunately the bleach didn't take care of all of that orange color that we were seeing. So I still came out with quite a bit of orange on the sides, but at the top of my head, you'll see I ended up getting pretty light at the top because I had stacked the baby lights up so closely, and actually some of my hair at the top turned level 10. Alright guys, day 2 of the hair debacle. So what happened was, after everything was said and done, it looked okay. There were some few splotchy areas, but I went and I used a purple shampoo like I normally do, and my white platinum bits turned blue. Not a fan of that. The other thing is the white platinum bit is not like platinum all the way down. So as you can see, like the blue is like just from right here to right there. My ends are still not the right color, and the top is like a little bit darker. And so I'm not sure if I want to keep it that way. It looks like I got like a natural root tap going on up there. It'll make it easier for it to grow out. And I still see some redness like right about here. In terms of my mom's application, I'm happy with what she did. In terms of my foil placement, I feel like I could use some foils back here too. So it's only right here on the sides of my neck that I feel like we missed. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go brighten up this spot right here too, and see anywhere else where I see basically red, because I don't like warmth in my hair. So I'm gonna take out whatever redness I have. But I just got back from Target because I'm all out of bleach. So now I'm gonna be risking my life using a L'Oreal Colorista bleach. Now I've heard don't use box dye. This is not dye, this is just bleach, and I'm hoping it's gonna be the same ingredients. Sally's is not open. I don't know where else I can get my supplies. I ordered bleach off Amazon and it's not being delivered for another month. I don't know how Amazon decides like what gets delivered and what doesn't, but like the shit that I need right now, they're like, yeah, you'll get that next month. I don't know what's happening. I also got L'Oreal Protein Recharge. This is a protein mask, and it has almond and protein inside of it. It's supposed to be good for split ends, weak, rough, dulled, dehydrated hair. This is like me. I am that right now. Like, my hair is usually like this for a full week after I get highlighted. I also found this really cool thing too. It's the L'Oreal Avive Wonder Water. And it's their liquid laminar rinse out. So basically it helps detangle your hair, shine your hair, make it silkier, smoother, easy to manage. So it's like you're just laminating your hair basically. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna condition the crap out of it, and then I'm gonna try putting this on top, because this to me feels like a fake effect, like it's gonna make your hair soft in a fake way, but we'll see what happens. And then the last thing I got from Target was my dog's chicken jerky, because Hugo deserves the best and he loves this shit. Oh my god, if you have a dog, buy it. So that is all I got from Target. I am matching Target because this was like such a big event for me to come out to Target to get this stuff. I wore gloves and my mask, and now I'm gonna go home and disinfect my entire body with Lysol. And I'm using hand sanitizer right now because I just touched everything before I touch my steering wheel. So that is it, guys. Okay, let's go.
I got you some tweets. We got for spray everything. Chicken jerky, yeah.
Now I have yellow at my roots for majority of my hair. Then I have some like white hair strands that turn level 10. Then I have like some hair that got dyed blue with my blue shampoo. And then I have some warmth in my mid shaft from this balayage gone wrong where they deposited permanent color. So I have a lot going on and I'm not sure what I can do to fix it. I'm not actually highlighting my hair now. Like the main part is done and I use Redken for that. Even though Redken and L'Oreal are pretty much the same company, they're all owned by the same like head conglomerate. I thought I would be okay going with a box bleach because I was just going in at the mid shaft and going over the pieces that were still red, literally picking out only the pieces that I thought were red or orange and putting the bleach on it. And for the most part, it kind of worked. It did, but it turned it to like a level 9 orange kind of color. So I was still light enough that I could probably tone and get away with it. But there are still some parts in my hair that are like a level 8 orange color, and that is not gonna be able to be toned at all. After I did all of that, I tried to tone my hair, and unfortunately the toner that I had just did not work for me. So I ended up having to buy Redken Shades EQ. It was so expensive, guys. Like, why is this crap so expensive? So each bottle is like 2 ounces, which is 2 uses. Like, let's just be honest, 2 uses. And they're 15 bucks. And you can't just buy one because I had multiple colors going on in my head, right? So I had yellow at the top, I had white strands that were too light and they weren't matching the rest of my hair. And then I had orange at the mid shaft, okay? So when you're looking at your toners, you have to first think about what do I want to color correct and what do I want to end up with. So I know that I needed to balance off the yellow and the orange, and the 2 colors that you need to do that are blue and violet. So I put in a 9V, which is the violet, and it's in the 9 shade, so it's not gonna make my hair darker or anything like that. So I put a 9V and a 9P. P is their opal color, opal glow, and that's a blue violet. So again, that's going to neutralize whatever yellow and like brassiness that I'm seeing in my hair. And then I went ahead and added a 9N into the mixture as well. And 9N is just like this sandy blonde color. That's gonna deposit the pigment of what I want my hair to end up looking like in the first place. What Developer basically does is it gets the pigment ready. Developer helps it develop. And you don't want the pigment to grow so big that it can't even enter your hair shaft. And so that's one of the problems when people use like a 25 Developer with their toner and then they don't see the result. Well, the issue is it just developed too fast to actually take effect onto your hair. So here's a rule of thumb. C1V1 equals C2V2. Without getting too technical, I just want you guys to know a 10 volume developer is actually a 3% solution, and a 7 volume developer is actually a 2% solution. So in order for me to take a 10 volume and make it a 7 volume, you basically just use 66% of your developer and add the rest in with water until you get to the volume that you're supposed to be at. Oh yeah, honey, look at that color. This is just a cap of water. Mix the mixture up to All right. Went a little bit over, but YOLO. Let's do it. Lots of math that goes into it behind this. If you have any math questions, reach out to me. I can help you formulate and figure out how to do your toner correctly. But here's the thing. I watched a video of a Redken official talking about how to use Shades EQ. Now, if you go to the salon, every stylist will tell you, I sit my client at the shampoo bowl. After I'm done doing her hair, I shampoo her hair out, I do a root smudge, and at the same time, on wet hair, I tone the mid shaft of her hair, and then I bring it down to the ends and I rub it in, and I use the suds because it suds up to mix it all in and make sure there's no streaks, and I leave it in for about 5 minutes. Most stylists do that, 5 to 10 minutes. And the rule of for every minute you keep your Redken Shades EQ on your hair, that's how many washes you can get away with before it fades. So she recommended keeping it on for 20 minutes and putting it on dry hair first, and then the last couple of minutes you get it wet and kind of use water as an emollient and kind of rub it in so that there's no harsh lines or any areas that you forgot, and then you can wash it off. So I followed her advice instead of every other stylist known to mankind, because I said she's a Redken official. This is what we're gonna do. And I don't know if I did the right thing, because I'm about to show you guys now what happened. All right, this is the finished look of my hair. So the toner really helped make everything come together really smoothly. Now there might be some pieces right here that are still a little bit on the red side, but at least they blend in nicely and they're not sticking out. All of the pieces that were at the top that were shade 10, kind of like the white stuff, the 9N brought those pieces down so that they mix into my hair. I could not have just like walked around with a couple of shades of white at the top. I would have looked like I had gray hairs or something, and it wouldn't have worked for me. And I don't know if I could ever take my hair all the way to a shade 10, but anyways, this is a demi, so it's gonna eventually fade out on its own, and we'll see how it fades out. Right now, it looks like my hair is a little bit darker than what I wanted it to be, and that's fine. I left my toning solution on for 20 godforsaken minutes, so of course it's going to deposit pigment. But my whole goal was to make everything as even as possible. And I think I ended up doing that. So even though it's a little bit darker, in 1 or 2 washes, my hair will start to brighten up a little bit and it'll look a lot more blonde. It'll match my hair extensions a lot better. So that's my only thing. I can't wear hair extensions until some of this toner dies down and it allows my blonde to pop a little bit more. But it definitely got rid of the yellowness that I really didn't like. I think my hair is more cohesive. I think it's the most cohesive it's ever been. I really like how the baby lights look, especially in person. I don't know. Actually, in camera, it looks really nice too. I'm really happy with this, honestly. And I think it's not gonna grow out to be too harsh. I did not do a root tap because I baby light my own hair. So if I feel the need to baby light it again, I'll just go through and put the bleach only where it needs to be put. Don't put it on something that's already been processed with bleach. And yeah, this is the finished look. I am really, really happy with how the hair turned out. It's all one cohesive story, and I mean, honestly, I could not have done better than this. Because if I went ahead and bleached the part that was orange, that was like a level 8 orange, I think I would have gotten a lot of damage. And right now my hair feels so soft and so smooth. Putting Olaplex in all of my solutions saved me, and at the end, actually toning my hair with Redken Shades EQ, that is a glosser, that is a conditioner. It seals your cuticles and it heals your hair shaft. So putting a toner at the end, I highly recommend. The only issue is getting toner is very difficult, so I found everything on eBay. I'll link it in the description box below. It is pricey, but I'm telling you, from me doing all of that bleaching to my hair and how I looked, it was just too yellow for me, and there was a lot of warmth in it, and honestly, it was feeling dry. It was feeling rough. My hair did not feel good until I put the toner on, and now my hair is as soft as it could ever be, and I really, really like how the color turned out. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this hair journey, I just want to let you guys know that I did buy tape and extensions, and I'm so excited to do that next. Make sure you subscribe so that you guys can follow my journey and hit the bell notification so that you guys know the next time I post. I usually use clip-in extensions from Beauty Works, and I'm posting how I do that as well, but clip-in extensions, for me, my hair's so silky that they tend to fall and they pull on like 1 or 2 strands, and even if I back comb and hairspray, it gets a little difficult for me just because of the type of hair that I have. And I'm following Jay-Z Styles, Jessie, her tape-in placement method, so I'm going to be very careful with it. I'm going to make sure that I don't pull my own hair out when I'm taking them out, and I'm going to film it all for you guys so you guys can see how tape-ins look in my hair as well. So yeah, if you guys are interested in following my hair, makeup, skincare, beauty, everything journey, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and follow me on Instagram. We can be friends. My Instagram handle is whatever I'm putting right here. Right here. This guy right here. I'll put my Instagram info right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye.